Welcome everyone, it is Andrew from IDB. 12 South is out with the latest entrant to their BookBook series of cases, but in this case, it's not really a case, it's more of a travel bag for your chargers and cords and adapters. It's just one little thing that you can put everything in when you're on the go. It's actually quite a bit smaller in size than I first assumed when I had seen kind of the photos from the announcement, but it still has all those great qualities of all their other BookBook cases. It's got those nice marks, it's got an individual spine that is very much, kind of hand distressed to look nice and vintage, and with unique marks that aren't like any of the other BookBook ones. They even have little accents on the front, aside from the really nice stitching around the edges. On the corners they have little depressions as well. Just starts to look like a really old vintage book, but that is pretty similar amongst the entire BookBook lineup. What makes this one different is it's not for your iPad, not for your iPhone, it's not for your Mac. It's literally just for all of your accessories and other stuff that you have lying around. Inside is kind of like one of those cocoon backpack things where they have like the gridded system and all the different elastics on the inside, but they're all in that nice 12 South red. They've got leather accents, there's a nice microfiber lining, and they've even got a little pocket in the top left hand side. So you can pretty much put everything that you have to take with you in this little bag, at least most of the stuff that you have. I mean, I could fit pretty much everything that I needed. In that top little pocket, there's that little thank you thing with some quit staring cards that you can pass out to people who really like it, as well as the usual 12 South sticker pack that I'm sure you need more of, because if you're like me, you probably have many 12 South products and you have a lot of stickers. But there are 3 spots on the left hand side, 2 larger ones on the right, and 1 down the center, and of course that pocket in the top left hand side. On the left hand side, they're pretty much already a static size. They don't really change, they just expand because they're elastic. But the ones on the right, the 2 on the right, they are the biggest, and they're also adjustable. They use Velcro and a little pulley so you can actually go ahead and tighten your stuff down. This would be great for things like your MacBook power charger, or maybe something like a battery pack. It would be tight because you can't have things that are too big or they'll run into one another, but for me it worked out really nicely to put my 87 watt power adapter in the top and my largest USB-C cable down there at the bottom. I could probably put the USB-C cable on the left and fit something else here on the right, but when I set it up, it just seemed to work out really nicely and I could get them both in and out quickly. Once you have the size set, you can slide them in and out and you don't have to resize them every time. I just threw in a few adapters I had, threw some SD cards, USB-C adapters in that little pocket, and I could even fit the Apple Pencil down the center, which is really great because I don't always use it, but this is a perfect place to store it, so I'm really glad that I could fit that in there easily. While this is a little bit smaller than I first assumed it to be, it is still a little bit on the larger side. This is something that if you have a small bag, you may have problems fitting in there. If you have a lot of organizers in there, it might be hard to fit. But if you have a relatively open bag or just want to carry it by itself, this is going to be perfect. It offers that BookBook kind of security where it looks like a book and doesn't look like an obvious thing full of gadgets, and it just has a really nice charm to it. I've always loved 12 South line of BookBook cases. They're some of my favorite ones out there, and this is no exception. It's a great way to carry your cables and probably my favorite one that I've seen yet. If you want to pick one up, you can find a link for it below in the description. Let us know what you think down below in the comments. Otherwise, go ahead and click on subscribe, and until next time, it's Andrew for IDB.